Hello students, good evening to all of you. So let's begin with another topic, that is types of sentences. Types of sentences, many of you know this topic and many of you don't. So how you will get the question in RIMC, you will not directly be asked to pick the imperative sentence, declarative, simple, complex, no. There you are asked to convert it into the following sentence. For example, one interrogative sentence will be given to you and the instructions are convert this sentence into an affirmative one. Okay? A simple sentence will be given to you and they will tell you to convert it into a complex sentence. So, until and unless you don't know what is the simple sentence, what is affirmative, what is complex sentence, you will not be able to do transformations. Okay? So in this today's class, I will be telling you what all kind of sentences we have. Okay? Then how to practice those type of sentences we will do in the topic of transformation. Okay? So first we'll be getting the basic knowledge, that is what actually the types of sentences are. Okay? So the first is, this is our first one, that is the kind of sentence is declarative. Okay, sentence is declarative or assertive. So declarative sentence is also called as assertive sentence. What is its function? To state or convey information. Please remember, to state or convey information we have to use this what? We have to use this sentence which is declarative, right? Next is, it always ends with full stop and there's always some, जैसे if I am saying there's always something to say, हमेशा कुछ ना कुछ कहने के लिए होता है. So this is just an information. So this will be my what? Assertive sentence or declarative sentence. Clear? Moving on to the next one. Kind of sentence is interrogative. I hope the vision is clear to you. So the kind of sentence is interrogative. Now what this sentence is? Now interrogatives are used to ask questions. So जिन sentences में questions पूछे जाते हैं वो होते हैं हमारे interrogative sentences, right? Now these always end with a question mark. ये question mark से end होंगे. And for example, what shall I do when they want to go? मैं क्या कर सकता हूँ जब उन्हें जाना ही है तो? Here a question is asked, so I have to put question mark here. Always remember, interrogative sentences always end with question mark. Okay? So if you don't end it with question mark, your sentence will be incomplete or your transformation will be incomplete. Moving on to the next one. Kind of sentence is exclamatory sentence. Okay? The sentence is exclamatory. What is its function? To express strong feelings or emotions, right? Whenever you are talking about feelings or emotions, that will be your what? Exclamatory sentence. What will be its punctuation? You have to end this sentence with an exclamation mark. This is called as exclamation mark. For example, what beautiful children you have, Mrs. Harding. So somebody is giving compliment to Mrs. Harding for her children. So what is she saying? What she is saying is, what beautiful children you have, Mrs. Harding. Okay. So we have given a compliment here. We have expressed a feeling. So that's why this will be my exclamatory sentence. Is this much clear, everyone? Okay. Moving on to the next one. Now we have kind of sentences imperative. अब ये imperative sentence कौन सा होता है? What is its function? To give order, command or request. ठीक है, तो जब भी whenever in a sentence you are getting some order, a command is shown or a request has been made, that means it is your imperative sentence and this sentence ends with full stop. Now what is the example? Put that coat away in your bedroom. So a kind of instruction, command or order has been given. Put that coat away in your bedroom. So an order has been given, an instruction has been given. So this will become my imperative sentence. Clear? Next, kind of sentence is affirmative. Affirmative sentence is the next one. Used for simple positive statement. Please focus on this word, simple positive statements. जो भी हमारी simple positive statements होती हैं वो होती हैं हमारी affirmative sentence, right? Please don't confuse yourself with assertive. Assertive और declarative में you want some information. Assertive and declarative could be positive or negative, but negative होगा तो information का sense will be useless. So assertive declarative needs information to deliver, but it is simple positive sentence. It also ends with full stop. For example, Harry loves watching horror movies. Harry loves watching horror movies. Simply a positive sentence. Because it is a positive sentence, this will be your affirmative sentence. Okay. Next, negative sentence. Used for negative statements, as the word suggests, negative. So this kind of sentence are used for making negative statements, like ends with full stop. John does not love pets. John does not love pets. I am getting not here, so this will be my what? Negative sentence. Negative sentence में आपको no, never, not, nowhere, nowhere, no one, none. Okay, so इस तरह के जो no वाले words whenever you get in your sentence, this will be your negative sentence. So students, we have already started our hostel batch for class 6 and 9 both. So if you want to study through hostel batch or if you want to prepare for your examination joining the hostel batch, the number is there on the screen. You can call on this number and inquire for registration and admission process. Also, who are not interested in hostel, we have the option of live classes for you and also the video courses. You can join any of them or you can get yourself enrolled in any of the courses. For that, you need to call on the number and take the inquiry further. So first we did 5 to 6 type of sentences. Let me check. I have not put the numbers here. So we did, I think, 5 to 6 type of sentences we did right now. Now we have to do practice. Practice means, are you able to identify whether whatever I have just taught you, are you able to get it or not? So first is, the meeting starts at 10 a.m. in the conference room and you have to punctuate it also. See, please read the instructions carefully. Identify the sentence and punctuate it. Okay. So kind of sentences, the meeting starts at 10 a.m. in the conference room. So no question, no negative statement, no command or instruction. What is given to you is information. This sentence is delivering information, and the sentences that give us information, we used to call them as what? Declarative or assertive sentences, and we end those sentences with a full stop. Is it We have just read, some information has been given to us, so this is my declarative or assertive sentence, and I have to end it with full stop. Is this much clear? Moving on to the next question. Please try to give the answers. What an amazing adventure it was. What an amazing adventure it was. What is the right answer here? Very good. A feeling of joy or amazement is shown. So this will be my exclamatory sentence. Feeling of joy or amazement is shown here. So this will be my exclamatory, and I have to end it with what? I have to end it with an exclamation mark. Okay? Is this much clear? Next, how did you solve the problem so quickly? Your next sentence is, how did you solve the problem so quickly? This is your sentence. How did you solve the problem so quickly? This is your practice question. So, what is the right answer here? Now, please be focused. Question is asked. How? आप कैसे solve करते हो? The question has been asked here. So, as you can see, the question has been asked. So, this will be my interrogative sentence, because we use what? We use questions for interrogative sentences, and we have to end it with question mark. So the right punctuation here will be question mark, and this is your interrogative sentence. Done. Moving on to the next one. What is the weather forecast today? What is the weather forecast today? What is the weather forecast today? Again, what, who, whom, how, these all belong to a family of questions. So here also I have been given what. Again, a question has been asked. So what is the weather forecast today? आज का मौसम कैसा है? Again, this will be my interrogative sentence, right? This will be my interrogative sentence, and I have to end it with question mark and not full stop, because I have asked a question here. Clear? चलिए, next is, how beautiful is the rainbow? How beautiful is the rainbow? Again, a feeling has been shown. Feeling of joy has been shown. Rainbow को देखकर everybody used to be happy, right? So feeling of happiness has been shown here. So how beautiful is the rainbow? A feeling is expressed. So since a feeling has been expressed, this will become my exclamatory sentence, and I have to end it with exclamation mark. Okay? So this is my exclamatory sentence, and I have to end it with question mark. Is this much clear? Next, clean up your room before dinner. Clean up your room before dinner. Yes, please tell me. Very good. This is your imperative sentence. Why? यहाँ पर एक instruction या फिर command, not a request, क्योंकि please इस type के words नहीं है, so you cannot say it is यहाँ पर request हो रही है. Clean up your room. उसको एक suggestion दिया जा रहा है, एक instruction दिया जा रहा है. Instruction reflect हो रहा है sentence को read करने के बाद. So sentences which give us request, offers or instructions, those are called as imperative. So this will be my imperative sentence. The sentence is imperative, and I have to end it with full stop. Clear? This is the right punctuation. Done? The children are planning a surprise party for their mom. The children are planning a surprise party for their mom. What is the right answer? The right answer is, this is a no question, no information has been given, no question has been asked, किसी तरह का कोई offer, request, suggestion कुछ नहीं है, simple positive statement है If it is a simple positive statement, then it will be my affirmative sentence, and also affirmative sentences end with full stop. Clear? Next, turn off the music. Turn off the music. Turn off the music. Again, instruction कह लो, command कह लो. You can say it as instruction or you can say it as command. This has been reflected. So this will be my imperative sentence. And I have to end it with full stop. Clear? The sentence is imperative and I have to end it with full stop. Done? Okay. So in part 2, we will be having simple sentence. Now comes more complicated sentences. That is simple, complex and compound. Now what a simple sentence is? A simple sentence has only one subject and one predicate. And I told you in the first class what is subject and what is predicate. So a simple sentence is having one subject and one predicate, and in the predicate you will be having one independent clause. Classes of phrases and clauses will be dealing further. For example, if I am saying it expresses one complete thought, so इसका एक और feature होता है simple sentence का क्या? It expresses one complete thought. Read the example. She reads books every evening. So there is one what? There is one subject and there is one verb in the predicate part. We have only one verb in the predicate part. So it contains one verb and one predicate part. That is the independent clause. Okay? So this is my independent clause. Therefore, this is my simple sentence because I am having one subject and one verb here. Okay, now what compound sentences are? A compound sentence has two or more independent clauses joined by a coordinating conjunction such as for, and, nor, but, or, yet so, or by a semicolon, right? So जब भी आप conjunctions को sentence से join, sentences को join करोगे conjunctions की help से, those are called as your compound sentences. Each part can stand alone as a sentence. Every sentence has its own meaning. That is why हमने यहाँ पर बोला कि independent clauses होते हैं. For examples, I wanted to play cricket, but it started raining. अगर मैं इसको separate कर दूं, if I am separating this and I am separating this, so both of these sentences are having individual meanings. Okay, I wanted to play cricket, it started raining. Both are independent to each other. Okay, the meaning of first is clear, the meaning of second sentence is also clear, right? But because I have to convert it into a compound sentence, I have used my preposition but, because you know in prepositions we have studied when you want to talk contradictory things, I have to go for prepositions such as but. मैं खेलना चाहता था लेकिन बारिश होनी शुरू हो गई. ठीक है? So this लेकिन is called as but. Now complex sentence. A complex sentence has one main independent clause and one or more subordinate means dependent clauses. ठीक है? For example, subordinate clauses are joined using subordinating conjunctions. अब आपके कंपाउंड सेंटेंसेस कैसे ज्वाइन हो रहे थे? देखो, कंपाउंड सेंटेंसेस हो रहे थे आपके कोऑर्डिनेटिंग कंजंक्शन से, जो सिर्फ आपस में एक दूसरे को कोऑर्डिनेट करते हैं. फॉर एग्जांपल, फॉर, एंड, नॉर, बट, और, येट, सो, राइट? But whenever you are talking about complex sentences, you have to focus on the subordinating conjunctions like because, although, since, when, if, unless, until, before, after. These kind of conjunctions are called as subordinating because they are used to join two sentences that are dependent on each other, right? Now if I say the example, I stayed home because it was raining. If I bifurcate this sentence, home because it was raining, if you read this sentence alone, means something is missing due to which this because is taking place. ठीक है, कुछ मिसिंग है जो कि जिसकी वजह से यहाँ बिकॉज लगा है. सो वो क्या मिसिंग है? आई स्टेड होम मीन्स दिस इज योर सबऑर्डिनेटिंग क्लॉज एंड दिस इज योर इंडिपेंडेंट क्लॉज. दिस वन इज डिपेंडिंग अपॉन दिस. सो हियर one is independent, another one is dependent. So here where you are, whenever you are having one independent and one dependent clause, you have to choose the subordinating conjunctions to join them, and one of the example is because here. Clear? And conjunctions कौन से होंगे आपके complex sentences के लिए? Because, although, since, if, unless, until, before and after. Okay? Moving on to the practice questions. So your first is, she sings beautifully. She sings beautifully is your sentence, and you have to identify it as simple, complex, compound. Please be focused. Here I'm having one subject, I'm having one verb, and in the sentences where we are having one subject and one verb, it will be my what? It will be my simple sentence. Clear? So my right answer will be option number A. Then it is your simple sentence. Moving on to the next one. He was poor, but he was honest. He was poor, but he was honest. Focus on the conjunction here. A conjunction has been used, but. ठीक है? But is your coordinating conjunction. ठीक है? So whenever you are using coordinating conjunction, your sentence is of compound nature. So this is your compound sentence. Clear? I will call you when I reach home. So when you bifurcate these two sentences, when you separate them, I will call you when I reach home. So when I reach home means something is already missing. जब मैं पहुंचूंगा तो क्या होगा? Whatever, we don't know about what has happened. So this part, when I reach home, this is depending on I will call you. So there is one main sentence which is independent, and another one is your dependent. Whenever you are getting such kind of sentences, your answer is complex sentence. Your answer is complex sentence. Done? He went to the zoo and saw many animals. He went to the zoo and saw many animals. Please give me the type of sentence. He went to the zoo and saw many animals. Focus on the conjunction. And आ गया. And is of. Both are having independent nature. Whenever you are getting independent nature sentences, your answer is always a compound sentence. So it is your compound sentence. Done? Although it was late, they continued playing. Although it was late, they continued playing. Your first part of the sentence is depending upon the second part. One is dependent, another one is independent. Your nature of sentence is of complex type. So here your answer is complex sentence. Okay? Identify the type of sentence. The child was crying loudly. The child was crying loudly. It is, we are having one subject, we are having one verb. So my answer will be simple. The right answer of this question is, it will be a simple sentence. Clear? This is my simple sentence. He worked hard, so he passed the examination. He worked hard, so he passed the examination. Now when you divide this sentence, he worked hard, so he passed the examination. This point is depending on this one. Okay, so second part of the sentence is depending on the first one. One is dependent, another one is independent. This is of which nature? Complex nature. So the right answer of this question is complex sentence. Done? Moving on to the next one. She runs fast because she practices daily. She runs fast because she practices daily. So the right answer is, now you are getting what? You are getting subordinate conjunction. Subordinate conjunction, one dependent, another one independent. The nature is of complex one. So your right answer is, it will be your complex sentence. Done? The players were tired, but they did not give up. The players were tired, but they did not give it up. So here I am getting a coordinating conjunction. Coordinating conjunction जब भी आ जाएगा तो आपका दोनों sentences independent होते हैं. And whenever you are getting both sentences as independent, one will be your nature of sentence will be of compound type. So this is your compound sentence. Clear? Riya bought a pen, a notebook and a bag. Riya bought a pen, a notebook and a bag. Again, as I look at this sentence, here and is given. And is my coordinating conjunction. Coordinating conjunction, all the sentences are independent. Whenever you are getting all sentences as independent, your right answer will be compound sentence. So here the right answer is option number C, that is of compound type, right? Okay students, so this was the types of sentences. यही 8 तरह के आपके sentences होते हैं. Practice related to their transformation we will be doing in the video part of transformation. Till then, bye bye, take care and all the best.